everybody, welcome back to another review. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a look at a figure that is a little bit older, not a retro review, but still pretty modern within the Disney era, and that is Rio Durant from the 3 3/4 inch line. That is deceased currently, this kind of line with the 5-point of articulation. I found this guy at Five Below for $3, so I was like, I don't have this figure, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to review it. So here we are, and it's kind of nice to look back at these figures. It's pretty different from what we're getting right now, and so this is compatible with the Force Link 2.0 band, which I do have and don't use, but you can hold Rio and give him action play sounds with your band. The figure's here, and it's got an interesting bubble kind of art of Rio right there, and then on the back a whole bunch of warnings and stuff. No description of the figure or the character himself, but he is the pilot initially in Solo with the bounty hunter crew. He dies pretty early on, but is still, I think, a pretty memorable character. People really liked him. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at him closer without the packaging. Alrighty, and here is Rio out of the packaging. He is very small, especially after reviewing 6-inch figures just before this. I'm like, whoa, super tiny. He is in a 3 3/4 inch scale, but alas, he is generally a smaller character, so he is actually smaller than that general height. So he's a little mini character. Taller than Yoda, shorter than a normal person, but it is Rio with the 4 arms. He is the pilot. Pretty snarky, super cute. We got to love him early on in the show, I think. And so with this, I'm saying that this is a general 5-point of articulation figure, but this technically actually breaks it since he has 4 arms. So the head is on a ball joint, which is nice. Each arm bends, and each leg bends. So he's actually got 7 points of articulation, which I'm not going to complain about. He does come with this little bitty blaster, just one of them for one hand, with a scope on the top. Just plain black, there's no wash on it or anything. And if you move his arms over, you can put it in the little holster right here, in which it goes in a direction that I can't figure out. There you go. You kind of got to play with it to make sure that this little end part is going to go in correctly. But I like that they do include a holster for such a small character so he doesn't lose his gun. He's got a good bit of detailing on him in terms of sculpting and color. His face, I think, is pretty good for being so small. He's got little goggles with red lenses on the top. He has an orange vest thing, or more like a double bandolier. And then, of course, his like little pack here that goes into a cord that goes up to his face. I don't have fancy descriptors for these. He has a little tool belt that you can see that also holds his blaster. It is white. He wears a kind of a flat black suit with some black long sleeve shirt underneath that holds 4 arms. Same when we go down here, he's got on some black pants that kind of look like accordions at the bottom, like scrunched up accordions. And then he doesn't have any shoes. The hue of Rio in general is kind of like tan and blue, so his outfit kind of matches him as well. Each little bitty hand comes carved and sculpted and painted with a glove, which is cool. And I believe his blaster can be held in every single hand. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you have a lot of variation on which hand you would like Rio to hold this blaster if you just decide to display him like that. In terms of him just being a simple articulated figure, you can't put him in a whole lot of poses, but I think that his multiple arms provide him some real flexibility with the way you want to display him, so that he's not quite in such a vanilla pose as maybe his other 3 3/4 inch colleagues from the Solo line. But yeah, I don't know why I didn't pick this figure up originally when I first saw him in the stores. It was probably because he was so small, and these figures are not the cheapest, but definitely for $3 at Five Below, it was pretty hard to pass up, especially since I didn't have this guy. But let me know what you think about him. He's pretty small, so easy to review. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, stay tuned. I have more coming, and thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.